As we move from winter to spring, the hope of the season brings joy and anticipation. We're delighted to welcome you once again to this Festival of Music by the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra in celebration of the hard work, dedication, and resilience of our young musicians through the power of music. We simply could not be more proud of our exceptional young musicians and their incredible families who've committed this year to be nurtured, challenged, and inspired by our extraordinarily dedicated music directors and supported by their teaching artists, private teachers, school music directors, our administrative team and board of directors, and our community to become their best today and throughout their lives. MISO's dedication to our young musicians is inseparable from our commitment to using the vehicle of musical excellence to advance youth development. In doing so, a ripple effect is created with their peers, their families, and throughout the community. As you'll experience in these videos, you'll see how the unique role and contribution of every one of our musicians creates world-class individuals and music as each member demonstrates their commitment to excellence. We're pleased to share with you the beautiful performances from our winter series of rehearsals. Thank you to each of our musicians, music directors, teaching artists, staff, board, and our community for making this possible. With special thanks and deep appreciation to Z2 Marketing for the remarkably thoughtful care and support in recording and producing our festivals this season. We are confident you will enjoy these recordings as much as we enjoyed preparing them for you.
MISO musicians attend over 200 schools throughout our region, including the city of Milwaukee. And each young person brings their own distinct identity, diverse background, and an inspired love of making music with others. MISO builds community in the region and right here in our home, the Milwaukee Youth Arts Center, by providing musicians a chance to play together, to work together, toward a common goal of creating something beautiful and more important than just themselves. Performing music is one of the most beautiful experiences, and it's especially so when young people work toward excellence. Excellence in music requires a lot of effort, heart, and care for others. And MISO students and families share those qualities here, in their homes, schools, and throughout the community. In these festival recordings, we'll experience the results of hundreds of young musicians working alongside master teachers on the best music ever written. MISO is so much about providing experiences, whether a young person wants to pursue music as a career or turns to one of the world's other important professions. Learning to make music helps shape mind, body, and spirit for success both now and in the future. We hope you enjoy this festival of MISO musicians, and we invite you now to be inspired by the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra. We respectfully ask that you consider making a tax-deductible gift to support our fabulous musicians by texting MYSO, MISO, to 243725, or you can donate online at miso.org. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to this Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra Sinfonia performance called Interesting Connections. Hello, I'm Stephen Rindt, the director and conductor of the Sinfonia String Orchestra Ensemble, which is comprised of very talented middle-aged youth string players from all around the Milwaukee area. The composers of our music for today's performance have very interesting connections. Late Baroque composer George Frederick Handel, late Romantic composer Gustav Mahler, and 20th century composer Percy Grainger all spent their early years studying and refining their craft of music in composition in Germany. They also spent a part of their careers in England and all have craters named after them on the planet Mercury. Despite the historic and musical diversity of the composers, the selections we will perform were stylistically crafted to connect. Listen to how the composers connected the melodic and soloistic musical theme materials into the united ensembles, a team built of individual contributions. Thank you for being our guest and enjoy our Sinfonia performance.
Hi, my name is Josiah Chu and I play cello in Sinfonia. This is my first year in MISO. My favorite part about MISO is having the opportunity to play with fellow musicians in a way that helps me grow. Today you're going to hear 3 pieces played by the Tuesday Sinfonia. We had worked really hard on this music and are excited to share it with you. We'll begin our performance with Concerto Grosso in G major by George Friedrich Handel. Handel was a German-British Baroque composer, most recognized by his composition, The Messiah. The Opus 6 No. 1 Concerto Grosso comes from a collection of 12 grand concertos Handel composed in 1739. In the term Concerto Grosso, grosso does not refer to ugly or grotesque, but rather to the Italian word which means big or grand. Unlike a solo concerto where one single solo instrument plays the melody line and is accompanied by the orchestra, in a Concerto Grosso, a small group of soloists pass the melody between themselves and the orchestra or small ensemble. Please enjoy listening and watching the musical dialogue and communications between the small solo or concertina group and the large orchestra, or ripiano ensemble. Our next piece is Adagietto from Sinfonia No. 5 by Gustav Mahler and arranged by Carrie Lang-Grussel. Mahler was an Austrian-born late Romantic composer, equally known for his 10 symphonies as a very recognized conductor. From the Adagietto we will perform is from his Symphony No. 5, composed in 1901 to 1902, a love song to his future bride Alma, inspired by his passion and musical proposal to their marriage. The Adagietto comes to life slowly on soft sustained string notes and arpeggiated harp sounds. Together, the harp and the string build the musical emotion to a soaring climax and then fall back to a peaceful close. Listen to how the soft dynamic tone color of the strings and sustaining harp resonance create the heartfelt story. Our final piece of the day will be Mock Morris by Percy Grainger and arranged by Sandra DeCao. Australian-born, Grainger was a late 20th century composer of music with an English folk song character, and also a regarded orchestra and band conductor. Grainger had a unique wit and a humorous personality, which shows in his musical selections like Mock Morris. Mock Morris is his rendition of musical humor by writing an original English folk song character melody and a Morris dance character. Mock Morris was written in 1910 as a birthday gift to his mother. It is uniquely scored for 8 voice layers, and he craftily moves the melodic theme and the rhythmic ideas throughout the ensemble and performance. See if you can follow the musical development and rhythmic interchange between the many voices while we perform Mock Morris at a tempo suggested by Mr. Grainger, a fast jog trotting speed. Thank you for taking the time to listen and watch our performance today.